Hari Om. Started the prayer. Om Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namomi Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsacharura Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Tvameva Mata Cha Pitat Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakat Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Gurudeva Deva. Hari Om. We are doing the question and answer session on Vedanta, and the question we covered before is indirect definitions of Brahman. Now, what are the direct definitions of Brahman? Direct definitions are called, say, essentially aparoksham. The other one is paroksham. These are aparoksham. Aparoksham means direct and immediate also. And these definitions of Brahman are provided as Mahavakyas. Mahavakyas, great statements, and that essentially involves. So what is the definition of Mahavakya? Mahavakya is Brahma Atma Aikya Bodhaka Vakyam. So this is a definition where the Atma, the self that I am, is equal to Brahman that I have been defined as indirectly, and those statements of equality are identity equations, not equal, identity equations. In mathematics we would write 3 lines. So x is equal to y, x is identically equal to y, we put instead of 2 lines, 3 lines. So Mahavakyas are like identity equations of art. Brahma Atma Aikyam, oneness of the two is, and the statements that indicatory, that definitions that provide you introducing Brahman as directly and immediately. And what is that directly and immediately available? So I can say Mr. Jones is available somewhere else and everything is somewhere else, and they're all at different places and times, but what is that which is direct and immediately available at any time for me to know? That's your soul self, because you cannot be away from yourself. So direct and immediate implies obviously it's your own self, and that self is nothing but Brahman. So you want to introduce yourself. So I am introducing myself all the time. I am this. I say that you cannot be this because this is an object and you are a subject. So how do you introduce? You are Brahman. That's so okay. Brahman is also indirect. That's what it's not. Brahman is all-pervading reality, and you are that Brahman. For that, scriptures is a pramana. How does it define? Through Mahavakya. Those are called indicatory definitions, and they are the definitions of direct also. They are affirmative statements or great statements. One from each Veda is taken for a sample. One is Prajnanam Brahma. Second one is essentially the I am Atma Brahma, then Aham Brahmasmi, and Tattvamasi. These are the 4 statements, one from each Veda, as a taken sample for direct Atma, Brahma, Atma, Ikya Bodhaka Vakyas. And we say Prajnanam Brahma, how does it introduce? So Prajnanam Brahma, we said it is done in a converse way. He said, it doesn't say Brahman is consciousness. So what do I care if Brahman is consciousness or not? But if he says consciousness is Brahman, that means if there is anywhere consciousness is there, that should be Brahman. There is no question about it. So that is how we define. That's what called converse statement. So are you conscious entity? Yes, then you are Brahman. So obviously, from your point, you are the only one that is conscious entity. Everything that you see is only unconscious or bodies only. You cannot see the consciousness anywhere. You can only see expressions of the consciousness, and in fact, expressions is your own self, says Vedanta, because you are the only Atma. So therefore, the statements Prajnanam Brahma giving a indirectly says that you are that conscious entity, and any consciousness has to be Brahman, and therefore that's the first definition. Brahma Atma Ikya Bodhaka Vakyam. Then it goes in more detail. I am Atma Brahman. This self that I am, or the self is Brahman. So there is only I am the self, and I cannot negate myself. I can negate everything else, not this, but I cannot negate myself, and that's how I have to find out myself also, who I am. And then the Tattvamasi statement, and scripture says, the teacher says, when they say, I want to know, says, you are looking for Brahman. And Brahman, why I am looking for Brahman? Because Brahman is limitless. And why I am looking for limitless? Limitless is Ananda Swarupam. And I am looking for Ananda only. Ananda can only be get when I get everything. If I have a little bit, only I am happy, but I want something else. So, if I have everything in the whole universe, there is nothing more I need, because I have it, everything. Then, that is full. Full means that is the happiness, that is the infinite, that is no more excluded, everything is included in that, and that is Brahman. And essentially I am looking for Brahman by adding little bit, which I cannot get because I cannot become infinite by adding finite things. Therefore, says, I cannot get what I want, I cannot stop trying to get what I want. This is a tragedy of human life itself. Scripture says, you are searching where you are already that. Why are you looking for things where? You are that Ananda Swarupam, you are Brahman, and that's an introductory statement. So I want you to introduce, here right you are, right there. And if I have studied already what is Brahman that I have done in the before, and now I am introducing, scripture says, you are that Brahman, so I know what is Brahman already. And now introduce, you are that, so I should know how can I be infinite. That's why scripture becomes a study required under a competent teacher for a prolonged length time. Who is that I am, that Tvam Padartham, that I am stand for, and then how equation becomes a valid statement. Who am I doesn't give completely because you are living, you don't understand the Brahman. Brahman has to be understood first, indirectly. Then introduce yourself as I am the Brahman. It's since you are present all the time, right there, everywhere, wherever you are. So it is a direct, immediate, because you don't have to search for anything else, and therefore it's called aparoksha jnanam. It's not even pratyaksha jnanam. So the paroksha means immediate and direct, because it's you yourself. You can dismiss the whole universe, but you cannot dismiss yourself. And that's why these are called Mahavakyas. These are 4 Mahavakyas is selected from each Veda. There are so many other things also. Krishna gives in many in the Upanishad, and the Vedova Imani, we said Yovam Pasyati Sarvatra Sarvancha Vai Pasyati, and in the next sloka close to it immediately is Sarva Bhutastam Atmanam Sarva Bhutani Atmani, one who sees himself everywhere and everything is in himself too. That means the self is complete and full, there cannot be anything. That's a Mahavakya only. And in the Kshetrajna also, he talks about Kshetragyam Chapimam Viddhi Sarva Kshetreshu Bharata. There are only 2, Kshetra and Kshetrajna, knower and known, and I am the knower in everything. And that's how a Mahavakya is embedded there, and that's what is called direct and aparoksha jnanam can be obtained. With that we stop. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamima Sishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.